There are so many men who suffer from low testosterone. It blows my mind. If you have your levels checked, it might surprise you how low you're getting. Now, why is this? Why does this happen? Because it didn't used to be this way. Part of it is the toxicity in our environment, and part of it is the poor quality of the food in our environment. And in fact, that's the 1-2 punch that leads to lots and lots of different kinds of health problems. But we're focusing on testosterone here. So I want you to understand that there is a communication network in your body called the HPG pathway. H stands for hypothalamus. So your hypothalamus is if you just drilled straight in through your forehead, it's right at the base of your brain. And the hypothalamus is kind of the interface between your brain and your hormone producing glands. So the hypothalamus, then the P stands for pituitary. Pituitary is right there next to the hypothalamus. So hypothalamus is getting data, like the brain is paying attention through the nerves to what's going on through the whole body. And then the hypothalamus takes that and says to the pituitary gland, hey, we need these particular hormones to function our best. And then the pituitary sends a message to the gonads, so that's what HPG means, to produce the testosterone. Okay, there are 3 nutrients that so many people are low in that you need for that HPG axis to function properly. So I'm going to go over what those are and what you need to do about it. But also just remember, the toxic things and the food you eat also play a role. With toxicity, a lot of it is the petroleum-based products. We deal with this as females as well. It messes with our hormones too. So scented products are some of the worst culprits. So laundry detergent, scented candles, I mean, everything carries a scent. Even trash bags can be scented, and all those scents are destroying your hormones. But let's talk about the 3 nutrients. So number 1 is vitamin D. If you've never had your vitamin D tested, you should absolutely do that, because you cannot just say, well, I take a vitamin D pill every day, I gotta be fine. Or I work out in the sun, I'm surely getting enough vitamin D every day. You'd be shocked. So a vitamin D test is going to measure you on a range of 30 to 100 that they consider to be normal. We don't want to just be normal, we want to be optimal. So where you want as your target is 60 to 80. So if you do your vitamin D test and you're below normal, like below 30, that's really bad. Even if you're above 30, if you're not quite to 60, or if you're higher than 80, then you want to tweak what you're taking, to bring yourself into that range. And it takes about 3 months. So let's say you test yourself and you're a 31. I would take 5,000 IUs of vitamin D every day. If you take it together with vitamin K2, you get a much better absorption rate. All of this is available on my Fullscript site. You can just go to the link in the link tree and go to Fullscript, and I have great professional grade products. But anyway, test your vitamin D, because if it's not where it needs to be, 60 to 80, that affects your production of testosterone. Second one is magnesium. Now, you can just assume that you're low in magnesium. Everybody is. If you don't take it, you're low. Magnesium, a good starting dosage range is in the 300 to 400 milligrams every day. So if you're not taking magnesium, you can do that. I like a magnesium that is a combination of different forms, and we also have that on the Fullscript site. You can find this also in any Sprouts, Whole Foods, health food store. Just don't go to the drugstore and buy them, because supplements that you buy like at the grocery store or the drugstore are really not very reputable brands. If you don't, the cheap stuff, It's cheap because they process it with high heat and it's faster, but it also destroys the bioavailability of the vitamins, like how well your body can use them. So always go to a reputable store or health food store to buy your products. Not Amazon either, just between you and me. They do not always sell the best quality, and there's a lot of fakes that you can get on there. All right, the last one, so vitamin D and magnesium. The last one is zinc. Now, zinc, you can test your status with a taste test. Again, on the Fullscript site, if you look up in the search bar zinc tally, Talley, that's a test that you can do. So you pour yourself about an ounce of zinc tally, you take it into your mouth, you swish it around, you swallow, and you start to see, when do I start to taste this? You should taste it pretty immediately, like within the first 10 seconds, definitely 15. If you go longer than 15 seconds before you taste it, then your zinc status is kind of low and you need to beef that up. Some people do the test and they never taste it. 5 minutes goes by and they never got a taste. That's pretty low. So a good dosage range for zinc is around the 10 to 25 milligram dose. When you start getting higher than that, you can start to mess with your iron absorption. So I like starting with a more moderate dose for 2 or 3 months and then do that zinc tally test and see, okay, now am I tasting the zinc? Is it starting to, do I have enough in my body? Or do I need to take a little bit more? But you're not going to hurt yourself taking 10 to 25 milligrams of zinc just for the general support. So that's it, the vitamin D, the magnesium, the zinc, and then avoid those scented products and other, plastics and pesticides and weed killers. Those are all hormone disruptors. If you'd like this information in written form, just comment testosterone, or if you don't know how to comment testosterone, how to spell it, just put T, capital T, and I'll be sure you get it. Thank you.